Hello beautiful souls, I hope you all are doing great. If you like my videos, like my channel, please like, share, subscribe and comment and click on the bell icon so that you get notified of all my future videos. And if you have any topics, any suggestions in mind which you want me to make videos on, do let me know and I shall definitely make one on that topic. So coming to today's topic on this channel, it is about inner child. What your inner child is. Inner child is basically that childlike version of ourselves which had no societal programming, no societal conditioning. It just knew how to be happy. It just knew how to enjoy life, how to find happiness in even the smallest things in life, right? Do you remember when you just became happy with a lifeless doll, or maybe just a log of wood, maybe just by tying a swing with of a rope, right? These things used to make you happy when you were a child, right? Or maybe even a small chocolate made you happy, right? So these are those things which your inner child craves, which us as adults are unable to provide ourselves, right? So this basically is our inner child. Now talking about different versions, it's not only basically inner child is the very famous thing. It is hyped up, but there are different versions of ourselves, like teenage self, young adult self, middle aged self, old self, adults, a lot many things, lot many versions of ourselves at every point of your life. If you look back when you were a young child, you were totally different, your thoughts were totally different, your programming was different. When you were, let's say, a teenager, your thoughts were totally different. When you were a young adult, your thoughts were totally different. When you were let's say middle aged, your thoughts were different. When you are old, your thoughts are different, right? So each version, each point in our life is different. Each version of ourself is different, and what makes it different is societal conditioning, societal programming, responsibilities, logic. The moment we start thinking using our brain rather than our heart, we begin to change, right? And again, I'm not saying that using brain is wrong, but please use it in a productive way, in a constructive way. But what we people do, especially after teenage, actually these days it has like started from teenage only, we overuse our brain, we overuse our mind, we overuse our intellect, which creates problems. And the more problems we have in our life, the more far and the more disharmonious relationship we have with our different versions, that is inner child, our teenage self, young adult self, middle-aged, and so on. So this is the thing about inner child. Now it is very important to understand that okay, let's take an example. How do you understand that you need inner child healing? Just try thinking of your most favorite activity which you enjoyed in your childhood. Let's say you enjoy dancing in rain. Now as an adult, if someone tells you that just go and dance in the rain, would you do that? If yes, and if you are able to enjoy that with the same happiness, with the same energy which you used to do in your childhood, then congrats, your inner child is in harmony with you, is healed already, right? But again, this is just an example. Try looking various aspects of your life. If you are the same person as you used to be in your childhood, of course with added intellect and added wisdom, because children are so innocent, obviously we cannot be with a brain like a child, right? But if we have developed in a constructive way, and we are taking all the positive things of our childhood also, then congrats, your inner child does not need healing. But if any thought makes you separate from your inner child, let's say again taking the example of rain, if you feel, oh, I wish I could enjoy the rains as I used to do in my childhood. Oh, but if I feel I can still enjoy the rains, but what will others think? Maybe they think that I've gone crazy, right? There are a lot many thoughts. Or maybe you are like, oh, I'm so depressed right now. I just wish I was in my childhood days. My life has become so depressing these days. Or oh my god, I don't have time to enjoy the rain. I have so and so work which is pending. All these things lead to suppression of your inner child. So, and again, added disharmony, added disagreement between your inner child and you. And this rule is not only applicable to inner child but all the different versions of yourself. As I said, that inner child is just a hybrid term. Definitely inner child has a major role to play, but our teenage self, young adult, middle age, and every version of ourselves has a role to play. In order to come in harmony with that, what we have to do is we have to take good things from that. Of course, There are few things of our childhood days or teenage days which are maybe not right, because we were so innocent at that time. So in that context, we should not suppress or do not blame ourselves, or just say, oh, I was a fool. No, you were innocent. There's a difference between innocence and being a fool. You loved your life. So stop blaming yourself for the mistakes you did, and rather talk to yourself, do the self talking, and make you understand that you made the best possible decision as per your age and situation at that time, right? If, let's say, there is another person who is elder to you, who comes and laughs at you at your current decision, how would you feel about it? This is the similar thing you are doing with your inner child, your teenage self, and whatever ages you have crossed, whatever milestones you have crossed, right? And this creates disharmony. So self talking, becoming in alignment and agreement with all the versions of yourself, helps in complete healing. Otherwise you can never be completely healed. Okay. No matter how much you do spiritual healings, cleansings, medical therapy. Okay, so let's not talk about medical therapies, but yeah, psychological therapies, because here I'm talking about mind, so it's not about physical illness, I'm talking about psychological illness. Okay, so because we are not allowed to take the medical terms and medical things into play here, into role here, so this is why. But yeah, no matter how much you do these therapies, these healings, past life regression, Akashic thing, any spiritual, energetic, or any kind of healing, till you are not in harmony with different versions of yourself, you can never be completely healed on a mental and emotional level, which again affects our physical and spiritual health as well, because everything is interconnected. Now, for your easy understanding, let's think that these are different fragments of you, like different versions. Let's say, okay, so my name is Trisha, so I will say that my inner child, when I was in my childhood, that is Trisha 1. When I came to my teenage, it was Trisha 2. Then young adult, Trisha 3. And let's say that I'm a person who is 60 plus, for example. So Trisha 1 was childhood, Trisha 2 was teenager, Trisha 3 was young adult, Trisha 4 was middle adult, middle aged, Trisha 5 was, let's say, late middle aged, Trisha 6 is my current, that is my older version. Okay, so these 1 to 5 versions, the more I have changed, the more I have stopped enjoying my life to the core, the more problems I have, the more disharmonies I have with different versions of myself, right? So I have to, what I have to do, I have to make each of the version understand. Okay, I have to learn from them, and I have to teach them also, so that both of us agree to so that all of us agree to each other. Let's say that there are these 6 are different people, 6 is me, 5 are different people. So I have to live a harmonious relationship with them, and the key to harmonious relationship is understanding, adjustment, and unconditional love, right? So I have to understand their perspective, I have to make them understand my perspective, I have to bless them, heal them, give them unconditional love, and accept them as they are. And the same goes with them also. I have to adjust, even they will have to adjust, right? Now, when coming to reality, how can I do that? I can do that by accepting all my flaws, whatever I am, whatever I look like, however I speak, whatever I do, be it good, be it bad. I accept myself wholeheartedly, because again, good and bad are societal standards. Again, obviously, you have to maintain ethics and morals. That's a different thing, right? Don't harm anyone. Again, as I said, it should be constructive and positive, right? And of course, your inner one a very good thing about this is, when you talk to your inner self or your different versions of yourself, you will realize that even if they are vengeful, or even if they are angry on someone, that deep core is never negative. Deep core is always something which is totally aligned with the universe. So you have to reach that deep core. It's not that your inner self says that, oh, I want revenge with that person, and you just go and take revenge. No, just understand, why does that version want revenge? Go to the root cause and heal that root cause. Be in agreement, be in understanding with that root cause, and as that root cause heals, the feeling of revenge, obviously, it vanishes. So this is why our subconscious is never negative. Our different versions, because these versions are there in the subconscious, they do not exist as separate entities, or separate people in physical life, right? You just have to imagine that how you can come in a happy relationship with different people. The same thing you have to apply to yourself, thinking, imagining that you are talking to different versions of yourself, convincing them and coming in union with them. Once you do that, all the different aspects of yourself, your different versions will come into play. And when do you know that it is healed? The moment you be in the present. Remember, when you were a child, you did not care about the past or the future. You were just enjoying the present. Even a small log of wood made you happy. Even a small paper aeroplane made you so happy, right? You were just there in the moment. And this is what you have to do as an adult in order to achieve this blissful state, this happy state. The moment you are able to do this, the moment you are able to think that it's okay, other things can wait for 5 minutes, but I can enjoy the rain for at least 5 minutes, right? You don't compromise with the small happiness of life because of whatsoever reason. The moment you enjoy singing, dancing, maybe playing with dolls, whatever makes you happy, painting, the moment you enjoy doing these things which you enjoyed as a child, or which you have been suppressing for long, which you want to do for long, because our inner child comes up, tries to come up and tells you, like what it wants. But what we always do, hey, I don't have time for that, I wish I could do that, but I cannot. It's lot many things. We just suppress our inner voice. That is the voice of our inner child or our past versions. Heal that, come in union with that, and then you will see how miraculously your life changes. I hope I'm able to explain this a bit on the broader level. Let's say that if there are certain wounds and patterns which have happened at certain stages of your life, that will also make your inner child or that particular version scared or depressed, or let's say hurt, and that will reflect in your present life in the form of insecurities or whatever you behave, whatever way you behave. Let's say in your childhood someone said something to you. Let's say your teacher maybe scolded you in front of everyone. You have forgotten that incident, but now you have developed stage fear, now you have developed social anxiety. You don't know the reason, but the reason is that inner child, that version of yourself which is there inside you, is a scared baby. There was no one to console that baby. It needs consolation, it needs love, that it's okay, that incident has happened, and maybe there was some betterment of you in that incident. I'm there for you, I'm always there as your protector, as your guardian. And then you see how beautifully your stage fear, your social anxiety in your present goes away. So if you are facing any blocks in your current present time, there are extremely high chances that it is because of certain experiences from any of your past versions which you may or may not remember at the conscious level. And even if you remember, it doesn't affect you much at the conscious level. You just take it lightly, you ignore it. This is why it is still there, right? The moment you stop ignoring it, you address the issue, you heal it, you provide love and blessing to that version, that will be the moment when those problems will vanish magically. If you don't do that, no matter how much you try, yes, definitely these therapies, these healings and meditations and all these things are miraculously powerful. But unless you are able to reap the complete benefits of that healing and come in harmony with your inner self, you cannot heal, because everything has the same destination. Let's say if you are getting Reiki healing done for your stage fear, for example, so Reiki healing again will target that hidden inner child only, and it will heal that aspect and bring you out of that fear. But if you out of habit continue to do that, or if you still go on suppressing your inner child again and again, then this Reiki will not be able to to work as effectively as it should have. So again, everything comes down to the same fact that unless you are receptive, unless you come in acceptance, nothing can help you, right? So this is why we say, when you have any certain patterns or problems in your life, yes, inner child wounds or teenage wounds or any of the past versions wounds can come up in any form of any patterns, any beliefs, any blockages, any struggles. It can come up in any form. which you may not realize. But yes, it is that different version of yourself which still needs to get addressed and consoled and given love, and needs to come in union with yourself. Many a times our different versions are angry with ourselves. It doesn't mean that there's a different person who is angry on ourselves. It's just that we at the subconscious level are not happily accepting ourselves. We blame ourselves, or we feel ashamed or embarrassed of certain things of us, which metaphorically is again our different versions being angry at ourselves, right? So once that anger goes, once we come in union, then all the problems become they just resolve. Yeah. So how do you know how to heal your inner child? First, find out the problems you're having, the difficulties you're facing right now. Number one, find out the problems. Second one, just go back, rewind mentally and see which incident has led to these problems. Number three, give love, give healing, blessing to that incident, to that version of yourself. Do the self talking. Number four, do not suppress your inner voice unless it is not harmful. I always say, inner voice, your true inner voice can never be harmful either to you or to others. It is never harmful. It is always a voice. Your true inner voice is something which makes you happy and doesn't affect others, or makes others happy too. It is never hurtful or harmful to anyone in the universe. That is your true inner voice. Let's say if you love painting, obviously it's not going to harm anyone else, it's not going to harm you. Rather, it is only going to give you happiness. So that is your inner child's voice. That is your inner version, your other version's voice. So work on that. And yes, your inner child will be healed if you follow all these steps. Yeah. So this was your video. I hope it is of any help to you. If you have any queries, because I've tried to cover almost all the things in this video, but still if there is anything remaining, or if you have any doubts, feel free to comment below and I'll be more than happy to help you and assist you in that. Take care, stay blessed, and yes, please subscribe to my channel so that I stay motivated to upload such videos. Take care, stay blessed. Bye-bye.